Good morning, YouTube. Your man George Page coming to you live on YouTube. During this time of crisis, it's just a hardship. A lot of people, a lot of people are out of work, set quarantine, the craziness and the all the other stuff going on. It was this whole pandemic or epidemic, you want to call it. But here's, as I said before again, don't be overactive, just be proactive. But as we all know, yesterday, Donald Trump signed in a $2.2 trillion stimulus package for victims of the coronavirus, and that means us Americans. Now, the basically the people who filed the taxes since 2019 and 2018 are eligible for $1,200. Also, if you're a couple, meaning you have your wife and husband that file jointly, you're eligible for $2,400. And if you have children, that's $500 per kid. It should be $1,000 per kid because those kids can. Right now, your kids are home and there's no school for until to the end of next year, because the fact is they're just going to automatically give kids automatic buy. So you got a kid that's been in the 12th grade for the past 3 years. He finally gets graduated out of high school. But here's the thing is, you don't owe this man anything. He owes you everything. That money is money that we put in as taxpayers, that we deserve. Don't think don't think he did it out of kindness of his heart. He did it because he had to do it to save his career. But it doesn't mean that he's going to still be president. This is truthful. That's how I feel like. He's a mess up. And if you feel like just because he gave you a little bit of money, you don't owe him a vote. He was doing his job, the job he's supposed to do, the job that you, the people who voted for him, put him in to do. Here's the fact is, our neighbors up north, Canada, their Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has passed the same kind of package before ours, that each individual is getting $2,000. Now, America is one of the richest countries in the world. Now, how come Canada can give their people $2,000, also expand on their health care, meaning that, in Canada, they have practically free health care because it's paid out of the taxes. It's not free per se, but it's paid out of taxes. You don't have to pay much because they pay taxes for it. And also, there's also people on unemployment. They'll get more unemployment, and other stuff. And one thing that should be put in the package was sick pay leave. But the problem is that they're not going to put that in there. They did not put that into the stimulus package. That means that people who are sick, who are not working, should get paid for being sick and not working. Other countries do it. America's not the only one. Other countries have done it. There's several countries that have sick pay leave for their citizens whenever they get sick and they can't work. That helps them out. This package, and here's the thing, the big thing about this package: corporations and big business gets $500 billion for bailout. No, that should be a 500 loan so they have to pay back. See, this is funny is, airline companies, the oil companies, they have money. They have money. It's not like they're broke. Even though this time they still in the black a bit. Even though the Dow Jones had dropped a good bit, but it ain't gonna last that long. But the thing is that, why do they keep doing this to us? People who pay taxes, who keep this country going, don't get benefits they should. Here's the thing is, we should be getting $2,500 per person. Each couple that file taxes get $5,000, and $1,000 per kid. That will really help some people. And it shouldn't be just a one-time thing. It should be for the time during this whole shutdown. You should be probated from the start of March to the end of May. Now you think about 3 months of that. 3 months, like maybe somebody might be getting at least. Ooh, that's for some people. That's probably like, let's say almost $10,000 for some, and some people might get $1,500. Think about it. That's enough to really take care of you. And then also increase food stamps, or SSI, they want, not SSI, EBT, they like to call it, but we call it food stamps. People might say, I don't want food stamps, but you know what? That food stamp will help you feed your family. Don't you swallow your pride. Do what you got to do. Feed your kids. Feed your wife. If you don't have a kid or wife, help your mama, help your brother, help your father, help a neighbor who might be able to do anything for themselves. I get tired of people patting this chump on the back. And truthfully, he is Marie Antoinette. Now, the phrase "let them eat cake," history says that Marie Antoinette never said that phrase. Some people believe there was somebody in her court that said it, and just because they, guilty by association. That's the truth of it. Now, if you know the history of Marie Antoinette, she was the queen and wife of Louis the 16th in early 18th century France. Now, during that time, France was going to revolution. And it's, because the fact was that the poor, the people on the bottom, were getting tired of being abused by the people on the top. Now, France's revolution was maybe years after America's revolution. And if you remember, if you study history, it was the French that assisted America in the fight against Britain. Now, years after that, it was many years after the French people caught Marie Antoinette and Louis, and cut the head off with the guillotine. But the thing is, this is going on now. That the bottom people, the peasants, the poor, the working class, the middle class, are getting treated like dirt, while the upper crust, they're getting all the breaks. $500 billion bailout. Now, small businesses are getting a little money, but that shit also, and also hospitals and clinics are getting money too. But this is the thing is, hospitals are only getting $150 billion. You say to yourself, that's not right. These are the people who are on the front lines. These are the grunt. These are the soldiers fighting through this epidemic. They should get at least $500 billion, and let the big corporations get $100 billion. Give them that, 150 billion. Let them have 150 billion. They got enough money. They can use that little money for a little whatever they want to do. What they're going to do is just buy back stock that went down. That's what they're going to do. They're going to buy back stock that dropped. Their own stock, insider traded. They already busted like 3 or 4 senators for that shit. And this money should be bailed out for the hospitals, clinics, small businesses. I heard on the radio yesterday that this guy who has a pizza delivery somewhere in Jersey, I believe, he borrowed $50,000 to pay his workers who are out of work. Now, you know what? This is where I say, this is what makes me give my heart, gives my heart happiness. When you see people who have enough love for their fellow man to go out there and say, he didn't have to borrow that money. But that's what he did. He went out there and borrowed that money to help out the people that work for him. That's a sign of a great leader. Not this fool. He's not a great leader. He's a clown, And I know, back in my head, I know that there's a possibility he's going to be president again. And if he is, I'm not going to worry about it. The fact is, I suffered through Reagan administration, 2 Bush administrations. I can survive this dumbass. But my heart feels like we need to get him out. Here's the thing is, you got to remember, so these politicians work for you. Being president, that's just nothing. But the people you want to get out are the people sitting in the Senate. There was a package that was going to work, it was going to give at least $1,500 per person. That was pretty good. Maybe $300 more better than anything, but it should be a little more. But these people up there in Washington, they don't really care about us. They care about their jobs. They care about their families. They care about when these big businesses slip a few grand every so often just to keep them going. Let's realize this. Donald Trump is not the greatest leader in the world. We have to suffer through him. This package will help us, some of us out a bit, but the rest are still going to have some hard times. There's still people got bills got to pay. It's supposed to be also in the stimulus bill where it's supposed to be a forgiveness for people who's going to college. If you got children go to college, college is expensive. And now that's money that you're not going to get back, because the fact is they're not going to school. They're home with you. Eating all the, like Pops, eating all the chitlins, eating all the you got to feed those kids. And they don't got the money to pay because, they don't got no jobs. They go to college. You got to think about it. Getting just this little bit of money is not going to be much. You still got bills to pay. You still got kids to feed. This is what I say about people like Donald Trump. They never had to struggle. They never had to suffer. Never had to have to deal with hardships. When you had your daddy give you millions of dollars in your own company, he don't worry about anything. My daddy didn't give me anything but life. Well, I don't know when we're gonna get that money. It's gonna be some time. They already signed the bill. They should fast track it. If you got a account, look at just you always check your account, see you got deposited. If you get a check in the mail, that's good too. But the fact is that this money ain't be much. By the time you do this and do that, it's gone. A few years ago, if you remember, George Bush did the same thing. He gave out a pack. He gave out, I think it was like $200 some. That was some years ago. And that's the only thing. A lot of these politicians like to do is like they like to give money, thinking that hey, it gives me yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You're not doing good enough. You could do better. You could do better. But anyway, this bitch right here, he's telling you, let him eat cake. Too bad we can't do like France. But we are, like I said, rather is America, we're no longer a revolutionary country. That's been beat out of us. That's done. Forget about it. We just, accept what it is and what it is. And that's the problem. We can't keep saying it is what it is. We gotta say it is what it's not supposed to be. This man George Page. Like, subscribe. Don't like, don't subscribe. I'm out.